Today we are going to meet a person who has donned several hats: a journalist, a joint commissioner of the income tax department, a realtor, and now a politician. Hi, my name is Amit Shanbaug. I'm an associate editor with Outlook Business, and we are going to meet Mr. Prasada Rao Daggumalla to understand more about his inspiring journey. Firstly, sir, can you tell us who were your role models? Who inspired you in this inspiring journey of yours?
As far as my ideas are concerned, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was my inspiration. And to join the politics, Mr. Chandrababu Naidu, who was considered to be efficient administrator and a visionary in this country, are the inspiration for me. And just drawing inspiration from Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, it doesn't work. I have to implement what he said. So I'll go a little bit of my personal life. We come from very humble family, living with hand-to-mouth incomes. Now, with that background, I could reach to PG completion and a degree in journalism, and then after that I shifted to competitive exams and selected for income tax department. 30 years I have put in service and retired as Joint Commissioner of Income Tax, voluntary retirement. It was a great journey for me. When I was in service, from the day onwards, I used to serve people. My ideology was taken from Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, that is pay back to society. Always it is there in my mind, whatever I do, whether I am sticking to that. And since I am doing at individual capacity, after joining business at company capacity, we are not able to reach society at large. And with that idea, we have decided to get into politics, taking government platform as a service provider. We want to serve the society.
You're going to contest, the Chittoor Lok Sabha constituency. So what are the plans that you have for this region?
Chittoor has got many problems, agriculture based, industrial problems, and they have an industry called granite here. That industry is, it is two types, getting the quarries license and the processing. Chittoor stone has got a special quality, that is carving on the stones. This art we want to take it to the world. And these people are doing business hand to mouth. Government fees are very high. All sale price is coming very less. If it is legally done, people are left with nothing. So I wanted to introduce them to the export market with the export incentives. And I want to introduce them to the Exim Bank, which is Export and Import Bank. What all financial facility they give with lesser rate of interest.
Right.
So that these people end up with a better profit and better lives.
You also have plans to set up, a textile park. Yeah. How will that change this region?
Yeah, we have parts of my constituency, weavers community. They are also living hand to mouth. I think decades together, they were not able to get surpluses to educate their children. And they work almost 9 to 10 hours a day, wife and husband, sometimes children also. But incomes are not so good because traders are taking away their cake. And raw material suppliers are also taking away their cake. So we want to introduce the concept of textile park, so that government will take over this and provide raw material sufficiently to elevate from the suffering. And automatically the marketing will come. Sales market will come all over India. Sometimes it may come to the world also. Particularly these people as long as weavers are concerned, their work is measured in terms of their art of making the cloth. Everybody has got a separate design. Pochampalli has got a separate design. Nobody can imitate that.
Right.
Gadwal has got a separate design. Nobody can imitate it. Likewise, Chittoor has got a separate design. Nobody can imitate that. So we want to take it out and give them better lives. We are planning to set up, and we are finding out the difficulty in setting up the textile park, permissions, finance, land, and all that.
So can you give us, a case study, a success story, how community, interaction, community bonding, makes an impact on the society at large?
As I told you, we have been doing some service, particularly in the field of education and health, and other employment, providing other employment. So there are not only engineers and other graduates, there are people with ITA and politics also, polytechnical qualification also. So they need a technical job, either in the manufacturing industry or in the automobile industry, likewise. So for example, I'll tell you one example. My friend is there in a rural area. He is not an educated person, but his son has completed his engineering and not able to get into the employment. And he was attending to the agricultural works. When I went there, visited him on some other purpose, I saw him and said, what is his qualification? He said, he is an engineer, electrical engineer. And I brought him to the Hyderabad, trained him for 6 months, particularly in English skills, and put him in a software company for 7,000 rupees per month. That is somewhere in 2009-10. Now, can you imagine how much he is drawing? 3.5 lakhs per month.
Okay.
That is the success story. These kind of success stories are many, either in the manufacturing industries, either in the software, or in the police constables, or in somewhere else. We will be able to provide them employment, and each person is taking up the whole family along with them.
So you have a lot of experience in diverse fields, from journalism to bureaucracy to you set up one of the largest real estate companies in Telangana. So how can you leverage these skills, these experience to help the community at large?
Bureaucratic experience is always helpful because we deal with many people. Normal income tax people deal with rich people. We know how to put them. And this experience helps me to handle the construction company, finance and accounts. We also are experts in finance and accounts. And in the process of job, we are exposed to commerce, accountancy. So it all helpful by my company. So in the company, we strongly believe 2 cardinal principles, that is due diligence and financial discipline. These are the cardinal principles. And the third one is timely delivery of the product.
Right.
With quality. This is what is happening. That is what is sustaining our company. And Mr. Radhey, who is managing director of the company, is very serious on these 4 cardinal principles to do due diligence and financial discipline. Other applies to the quality and the commitment. So he is taking care of the core activity like civil construction, contract closing, consultancy. And one example is we have taken JLL, a multinational company,
right,
as our consultant.
Okay.
So he does all that. And as far as finance is concerned, I was looking after.
Also, you've been advocating a lot of sustainable practices, and so you've got a large real estate company. So how do you practice these, principles in your own business?
As far as business is concerned, we mainly concentrate on quality. And wherever you all know housing, you all know, multiple housing, apartments and all that. And the major problem is seepage. We were successfully stopped that and successfully going with good quality. Likewise, no part of the business like CRM, sales, and then accounts, finance, all are protected, all are professionally run company. One for example I'll tell you, these agencies come to business people like GST and income tax and a PF commissioner. We only say, we welcome to our company. Once you find everything right, give us certificate. If you don't, even if you find anything, we are ready to pay tax. It is a good tax paying company. Everything is within timelines. Nothing is due in there. We take care of that.
Your constituency also has a lot of flower growers and vegetable growers, and you've been advocating, irrigation as one of the means to help them out. Can you elaborate more on that?
Yeah. We have Kuppam Niyojakavargam represented by the great Chandrababu Naidu. When he was in power, he brought the drip irrigation technology from Israel and adapted here. Now the Kuppam is full of greenery, full of vegetable growers, full of flower growers. So likewise, we need to have a irrigation facility, proper irrigation facility. And short rainfall is there in this area. So we have two rivers that are flowing in AP, that is Godavari and Krishna. Our visionary was planning a Polavaram project. We has completed 72% of the project, but unfortunately he was not there. The successor government could not complete the 28%. He was planning in such a way, from Godavari to Krishna is down the line. He wanted to connect these two rivers. Krishna normally will have lesser water. So whenever there is a shortage, Godavari will have surplus water. He wanted to take that water to this. And from there, he wanted to get the water to the Rayalaseema area where my constituency is existing. So we have a Telugu Ganga, we have Handri Niva. These are the canals that are going, but short of water now. When there is no rain, shortfall of rain in this area, Krishna will not have water. So he was planning to get that. Once he comes to power, he will take up that, and water will be supplied to all these Rayalaseema districts.
How do you plan to collaborate between various agencies, government agencies and other stakeholders to bring an impact in your own constituency?
We take up the problem in the parliament, discuss this, we meet concerned ministry, request for our solvation of the problem and get the funds, and most probably at bureaucratic level, personal levels, I request the IAS officer, secretary, principal secretary level to solve our problems. And somehow I should get it done by legal means.
There's a major component of your constituency. The people, they are dependent on the sugar mills, on the sugar industry. So what are the specific challenges that these people face, and what are the kind of innovative solutions you have to help them out?
Yeah, there are sugar cane growers here. They need sugar mills. Somehow the sugar mills are existing here are fallen sick. We are just finding out for what reason it has become sick. Is it because of the mistakes committed by the companies? Or is it because of non-payment of dues by the government? Or is it because of the supply of raw material? We are just finding out what are the reasons, and we will try to sort out and try to revive these industries. And the advantage of this revival? First advantage is farmers can grow their sugarcane happily and supply to the sugar mills and get their money. And sugar mill provides lot of employment. So two purposes it serves. That's what we are going to, trying to revive this company.
How do you plan to encourage companies so that they practice sustainability and environmental clearances in their own companies?
Sugar mills doesn't require much of environment because every part of sugar cane is utilized by the people, and byproducts are also, the byproducts, molasses, and the spirit comes from the molasses is that we are using in liquor.
Right.
So nothing much of polluted thing. And I mean, we can imagine the pollution out of textile park. That we have to specifically address and see that that will not disturb the villages and the environmental balance.
You also spoke about setting up underground drainages.
Yeah.
Can you just elaborate on this plan of yours?
And every town, almost mandal system in Chittoor district suffering from drainage system. So underground drainage system is possible in urban area. We all know, like multinational, I mean, big cities are having underground drainage system. And now major cities can be addressed that. And mandal level, we can have a open drainage system, which is less expensive. So finally, we will address the drainage system, either in the underground or in the open system.
Right.
So maybe when we come to power, we will take it up. And when we come to power, we will take up water. Water will be supplied to all these people, and wherever it is necessary, we will go for tanks.
Okay.
So that repair of tanks, so that when rainfall comes, we will store the water. This will replenish the groundwater.
Sir, can you give us some details about how your family has been supporting you in this entire journey?
When I was student, my sisters, my brothers supported me. My brother-in-law also supported me. My parents no more now. And when it comes to my family, it is my wife Sujata and my son, Mr. Radhey, managing director of this company. My daughter-in-law is a doctor. My daughter is D. Rajivi. She has completed her MSc in psychology.
Okay.
And she is a child psychology specialist.
Okay.
And her husband is a police officer, SP Superintendent of Police in Telangana Police. And we have 3 grandchildren, one a daughter to Radhey, 2 sons to my daughter. So these are the stress busters for me when I come back to home after working for 8, 9 hours or 10 hours. Sometimes it will be 12 hours. So once we see them, we spend good time with them. So we forget everything and we start fresh tomorrow morning. So my wife's contribution is a lot, and my children also supported me a lot. And while doing the job and also while doing the business, they were warning about my health condition also.
Okay.
So they're taking care of all that. Luckily, my daughter-in-law and my son-in-law also are good. They are also one Mr. Raj. My son-in-law is Rajesh. He is also very nice gentleman. My daughter-in-law, anyway, she is pursuing MD, general medicine. She is also good. So it's a happy family. With that happy family peace, we can do wonders in business. We can do wonders in politics with that support. And my son is a great support to me. And in this process also, I am only seeing publicity part and requesting people. Whole scientific electioneering is being done by Mr. Radhey.
Lastly, what is the kind of legacy you plan to leave behind in this constituency of yours that you plan to contest?
I am concentrating all the problems that are existing in Chittoor district, expecting to solve the problems, which will give a result that next 20 years or next 50 years, nobody will forget my performance here. And it also indicates nobody had performed for the last 20 years. So this is what I want to make my stamp there and go if I am not there. So once it's selected, my stamp will be there, development will be there, and it should become a reference point for future generations.
Right.
The educated person coming to politics will do like this. So this is what I am planning. I appeal to people, elect those people who can, most probably the people with qualification, good qualification, who can concentrate on the country's problems, who can concentrate on state problems, who can concentrate their own constituency problems and show their dignity in the parliament.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir. Very interesting ideas, very interesting solutions. We wish you all the best for the upcoming elections. And thank you so much for talking to us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.